I'd like to welcome Dr. Mohammed Saleem. I really don't need to introduce him much. He's a principal of Abraar Elementary School in Orwa. So let's welcome Dr. Mohammed Saleem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I think we are all feeling the fast. That was not very good. Let's try that again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. Beloved brothers and sisters, beloved children, it is really my pleasure to be here with all of you, spending this blessed evening. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this evening for us. Say Ameen. Ameen. And we are in the blessed month of Ramadan. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the month, so I want everyone's attention on me. So this is the minimum sadaqah you can give today, is your attention. So Jazakumullah khair, may Allah bless you. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to tell his Sahaba, قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَمَضَانَ شَهْرٌ مُبَارَكٌ. Ramadan has indeed come upon us. A blessed month. A blessed month. And then he used to continue. فَرَضَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ صِيَامًا. Allah has made fasting obligatory upon you in this month. تُفْتَحُ فِيهِ أَبْوَابُ الْجَنَّةِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has opened the gates of Jannah for you in the month of Ramadan. And then وَيُغْلَقُ فِيهِ أَبْوَابُ الْجَحِيمِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has closed the gates of the hellfire. وَتُغَلُّ فِيهِ الشَّيَاطِينِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has locked up all the shayateen. فِيهِ لَيْلَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ. In it there is a night which is better than 1,000 months. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to witness this night. مَنْ حُرِمَ خَيْرَهَا قَدْ حُرِمَ. Whoever is deprived of its goodness is indeed deprived. You know, brothers and sisters, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is very interesting. He says, he's talking about the gates of Jannah. And I want to spend a few moments reflecting on this with you. Imagine the day of judgment has just finished. The day of judgment has just finished. And now people are coming from the day of judgment. And the people that are coming, already the Hisab Kitab has been done. These are the people of Jannah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you and me amongst them. Say Ameen. So the people will be coming after the day of judgment, after suffering the grievousness of that day, where a young boy, his hair will turn white. But this gathering of people that are gathering, they're coming and they're walking towards the gates of Jannah. They're walking towards the gates of Jannah, and the Prophet ﷺ will say, amongst them will be a prophet with a few of his followers walking towards the gates of Jannah. Just a handful. And then there will be another prophet, he will have no one with him. He'll be walking by himself towards the gates of Jannah. And then he will see a huge crowd. The Prophet ﷺ said, I saw a huge crowd. And I told Jibreel, is this my ummah? Is this my nation? And Jibreel alayhi salam tells him, no, this is the ummah of Musa alayhi salam. And then Jibreel alayhi salam tells him, look at the horizon. And the Prophet ﷺ said that I saw people from one end of the horizon to the other. I saw people from one end of the horizon to the other. He said, turn around. People filling the horizon, turn around. People filling the horizon. This is your ummah. The last to come, the first to enter Jannah. So the people will gather, and they will gather under a tree by the gates of Jannah. And there are two rivers flowing under that tree. They'll be asked to drink from one of the rivers, the people. And whatever grief, whatever sadness, whatever fear, whatever jealousy, whatever ailments that a person had will be washed away. There'll be no need for Dr. Muzakkir Majid on that day. Sorry to put you on the spot. So there'll be no need for medical doctors on that day. It will all wash away. And then they'll be asked to dip in the other river, to bathe in the other river. And all the physical ailments will be gone. The shuhada of Gaza, those children who have been amputated, they will take a dip in that river and they'll come out home. And the people, dear brothers and sisters, they'll be waiting in front of Jannah, and this is in eager anticipation. This is a different waiting. This is a different waiting than the Day of Judgment, where يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِيهِ وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِيهِ. On the Day of Judgment, you'll be running away from your own brother, from your own father and your own mother and your own wife and your own husband, saying, don't come near me on the Day of Judgment. It's all يَوْمَ إِذٍ شَأْنُ يُغْنِي. It's all about nafsi, myself. How can I save myself on the Day of Judgment? But on this day, it is eager anticipation. Everyone will be looking out for each other. And maybe you will look at your wife and say, my beloved, you made it. You made it. And the wife will look at her husband and say, Habibi, you made it. You made it. You look at your son and say, you made it. We're heading to Jannah. And the Prophet ﷺ, brothers and sisters, everybody will wait for the gates of Jannah to open. And the Prophet ﷺ will go and knock on the gates of Jannah. And it will be asked, who is it? And he will say, it is I, Muhammad ibn Abdullah. And the voice will say, we've been asked not to open these gates except for you. And the gates will open. And the angels will come out of the gate saying, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to what a fine abode. You have made it. You've made it. May Allah make us amongst them, dear brothers and sisters. You know, brothers and sisters, there are 8 gates of Jannah that are open for us in the month of Ramadan. You have Babu Salah. Babu Salah. This is one of the gates of Jannah. Babu Jihad for the Shuhada. Babu Sadaqah for those who give in charity. Babu Rayyan for those who fast. Babu Hajj for those who do the Hajj once in their lifetime. Babul Kazimin al-Ghayza wal-Afina an nas. A gate for those who suppress their anger towards others and pardon them when they are wronged. Babul Iman, those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and act upon that belief. And Babul Zikr. These are the gates of Jannah. So we have a goal tonight, dear brothers and sisters. The gates of Jannah are open. And you know, I've been coming to the Seabed fundraiser for the last 10 years or so, subhanAllah. Allah has blessed me to participate in this amazing effort. You know, as Dr. Imdad said, they have, mashallah, already sponsored 4,000 scholarships. This is something amazing, subhanAllah. And you know, this is sadaqah jari, to educate someone is a sadaqah jariyah. It's continuous charity. So I would like to start off. Who will be the person who will start us off with at least 20 scholarships of $250? And that is $5,000. The bab of sadaqah is open. Who will be the first person to do that? Who will be the first person to do that? Bab 5,000. The first hand for 5,000. $5,000. You know, dear brothers and sisters, the Prophet ﷺ, who was an orphan, he had a very tender heart towards orphans. And he would say that the orphan, the one who sponsors an orphan, will be like this in Jannah, will be like this. This is the Prophet ﷺ, this is you. Meaning very close in Jannah. Who will be the one? Who wants to be with the Prophet ﷺ in Jannah? $5,000. $5,000. Who? We need one at least to start us off. And inshallah, this person will get the ajr for every hand raised tonight. So be amongst the sabiqun. You know, the first hand has to be some significant amount. We can't let it go so easily. Who will be the first 5,000? Subhanallah, I know it is very tough. Have you taken permission? Make sure you take permission from your dad or mom. 5,000. Anyone? Subhanallah. I think, say Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Send salam on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open our hearts, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to really support this project. I know many of you are waiting and you're calculating whether I can do this or not. And are they able to spread this over some months? Is this like a pledge or one time? Okay, so you can spread this over. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the death reaches us, when we start facing death, when the death rattle starts ringing in our throats, the first regret the person will have, oh Allah, give me some time so I can go and spend. This is the reward Allah has kept for this. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He reminds us, وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ يَأْتِيَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتِ. Spend out of what we have provided you before you face death. وَيَقُولَ رَبِّ لَوْلَا أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ قَرِيبٍ. Oh Allah, give me some respite, give me some time for a few minutes. فَأَصَّدَّقَ, I will go and spend in sadaqah. وَأَكُمْ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and I'll be amongst the righteous. This is the first thing we will regret. Allah is giving us this opportunity in this blessed month, opening the gates of sadaqah for us. So who will be the first 5,000? If I can have one hand, I was hoping for two, I'll settle for one. One hand for 5,000. And if you do this, inshallah, you will motivate everyone. Khair, inshallah, it seems it's a hard year for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put blessings bless our wealth for us. Say Ameen. How about two people, 2,500 each? That's 10 scholarships of 250. Who will be the first person to give 2,500? 2,500. 2,500. MashaAllah, takbir. Takbir. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this for you and make it a source of protection for you. Who will be the second hand for 2,500? For 2,500. Second hand for 2,500. Anyone for 2,500? Who has parents that have passed away? Who has parents that have passed away? Anyone has, you can raise your hand for this one if you have parents that have passed away. May Allah have mercy on them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put them in the highest level of Jannah. You know, one of the best ways to raise the level of Jannah for our parents after they have passed away is to donate in their name. To give sadaqah jariyah in their name. So who would like to do this and send this benefit to their deceased parents? 2,500, if I can have one more hand. 2,500? Anyone? Tayyib, it looks like, mashallah, we are waiting for the 1,000, inshallah. Khair, inshallah. How about if I can have the first hand for 1,000? The first hand for 1,000. MashaAllah, takbir. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from you and make it a source of sadaqah jariyah for you and make this a source of protection for you and your family. The second hand for 1,000. MashaAllah, Dr. Imdad, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and your family and make this a source of protection for you and your family. You know, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, treat your sick ones with charity. Treat your sick ones with charity. So who will be the third hand for 1,000? You know how much is 1,000 if you spread it over a year? How much is 1,000 if you spread it over a year? It comes out to about $85 a month. Brothers and sisters, we go to Walmart, we are spending more than that. And that's not even enough to sustain a week of grocery for us. It's just $85. But this is something that you are sending ahead of you to save with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What we spend on the food here, it depends on what actions come out of it. And sometimes it may go to waste. Sometimes if you are doing good deeds with that, after eating that food, it is good. So we are spending more than $85 with one visit of Walmart. Our grocery receipt is coming out to more than 200 when you go and buy something. So who will be the third hand for 1,000? Spread it over the year, it's $85 a month for 1,000. Third hand for 1,000. You know, the Prophet ﷺ, in an authentic hadith, dear brothers and sisters, he said, a Muslim is a brother of another Muslim. He neither wrongs him nor does he hand him over to the one who does him wrong. If anyone fulfills his brother's needs, Allah will fulfill his or her needs in this life and in the hereafter. You know, this is the month of dua. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. So after talking about the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is encouraging us to ask Him to make dua in this month. This is the month of dua. And whatever dua that you have, if you want that dua to be mustajib, fulfill the need of another person, Allah will respond to your dua. Allah will fulfill your need. So who will be that third person who will give 1,000? A third person for 1,000. Khair, inshallah. How about for 600? This is one scholarship for one university level scholarship for $600. The first hand for 600. First hand for 600. $600. MashaAllah, it looks like we are waiting for the $100. 600. The first hand for $600. MashaAllah, takbir. May Allah bless you, sister. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a source of sadaqah jariyah for you and a source of protection for you and your family. Say Ameen. Who will be the second hand for $600? Second hand for $600. Second hand for $600. You know, subhanallah, the Prophet ﷺ, in his life, he swore very few times in his life. he did not really swear, take an oath, except and until and unless it was really going to happen and it was really serious, because he's Sadiqul Amin. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, ثَلَاثٌ أُقْسِمْ عَلَيْهِمْ, I swear regarding three matters. And we have heard this hadith. I swear regarding three matters. مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِنْ صَدَقَةٍ. Charity never decreases one's wealth. This is the promise of the Prophet ﷺ. You know, he never swore by anything until unless he was confident 100%. So who will be the second person to give $600? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our Imam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this a source of sadaqah jariyah for him and his family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with this relieve the Muslims in Xishan, in China. Ameen. Say Ameen. Who will be the third hand for 600? 600 is just $50 a month, brothers and sisters. 600 is just $50 a month. Who will be the second person, third person for 600? Believe me, this charity will increase your wealth. You know, subhanallah, let me share with you a story from the Bani Israeliyat, from a story from the children of Israel. And you know, there was a person in the Ummah of Musa alayhi salam. We heard about the Ummah coming to the gate of Musa, coming to the gates of Jannah. There was a person from the Ummah of Musa alayhi salam. He came to Musa and he said, "Oh Musa, you speak with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want you to ask something for me from Allah." He said, "Okay." He said, "Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give all my rizq in one place for me at one time." Musa alayhi salam said, "Are you crazy? Because if Allah gives you all your rizq at one time, once you finish it, what's going to happen to him? He's going to, once we finish our rizq in this life, what happens to us? We die." So he tells Musa alayhi salam, "Don't worry. Just ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me all my rizq in one place." So Musa alayhi salam, next time he's talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he tells him about this, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells Musa, "Oh Musa, tell your person from your ummah to go to this place at this time, and he will find all his rizq that I've written for him in this life." So now Musa tells him, and he goes and he finds the rizq. Now Musa is waiting when this person will die. But instead of his rizq finishing and him dying, Musa alayhi salam sees that he's flourishing even more. He's flourishing even more and more and more. So now Musa alayhi salam, it doesn't make sense to him. This is not from his sharia. He knows that if you eat up, finish up your rizq, you're going to be dead. So next time he goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he speaks with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, "Ya Allah, you know about that person from my ummah who asked for all his rizq to be given. I see that he is flourishing. I was expecting him to die soon." So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him, "Oh Musa, what should I tell you? When I give it to him, he's giving it back to me. He's giving it all away in charity. So I multiply and I give it back to him. I'm generous. And he gives it back to me. And then I give it back to him." Subhanallah. مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ. Your wealth will not decrease. Your sadaqah will not decrease your wealth. So who will be another person who can give 600? Don't worry, brothers and sisters. This is, MashaAllah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, sister. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a source of sadaqah jariyah for you and a source of protection for you in this life and the next. Another fourth person for 600. Who will be the fourth person for actually this is the fifth person for 600. Who will be the fifth person? MashaAllah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you, sister. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a source of sadaqah jariyah for you. How about number 6 for 600? Number 6. Number 6. We have, mashallah, the sisters raising their hands. We need some brothers also. Number 6 for 600. Number 6 for 600. Khair, inshallah. I'm looking at the time. We have 4 more minutes. If I can see very quickly, 10 hands for $250. That's a scholarship for a college student. So the first hand for 250. First hand for 250. First hand for 250. 250, MashaAllah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, Brother Rahim. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a source of sadaqah jariyah. MashaAllah. Takbir, Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from you and make it a source of protection for you. Number 3 for 250. Let's do this very quickly. 250. Number 3 for 250. That's $25 over 10 months. It's not even for the whole year. Number 3 for 250. Number 3 for 250. Anyone for 250? Number 3 for 250. Number 3 for 250. You know, brothers and sisters, we are in the month of Iqra. We are in the month of Iqra. And this is a scholarship to sponsor orphans, their education, and the needy, their education. So this is to help the orphans and the needy, to allow them to continue to learn. And this is the month of learning. This is the month of Iqra. So this is a beautiful sadaqah that you can give. So who will be the third person for 250? 250. Number 3 for 250. MashaAllah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Anyone else for 250? Amongst the sisters, amongst the brothers. This is $25 a month for 10 months. Khair, inshallah. We have a young brother. You have to ask your father. You have permission from your father? May Allah accept it from you, but you have to get permission from your father. Okay, we have just 2 more minutes. $100. I don't want to go below this, but I need several hands for $100. Several hands for $100 towards this scholarship. Who will be the first person for 100? Everybody should be able to afford 100. Inshallah, this is $10 a month for 10 months. Khair, inshallah, jazakumullah khair. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this project. Brothers and sisters, if you did not raise your hand, can they go online and donate? Is there a way to donate online, Dr. Imdad? So if you go to cbet.ca, you can donate online. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from all of you. Please, if you cannot donate anything, and there might be people in that situation, and if you cannot, make dua to open the hearts of the people to help others, and this is your sadaqah. Don't leave without gaining any ajr. Gain some ajr before you leave from this gathering. Jazakumullah khair. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Saleem, for your beautiful speech. And thank you, everybody, for donating. And if you did not donate, as Dr. Saleem mentioned, yes, you can go to the website. You can set up a recurring monthly payment. You can do $10, $20, $50, $100 monthly, whatever amount you want. The website is designed for it. Again, the website is www.cbet.ca, and you can do e-transfer to info@cbet.ca. And definitely tax receipts will be issued for your donations.